Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the Backtables podcast. My name is Muhammad Afiq Mohamed bin Ahmad Rizwan. So today I am not alone. I am joined by two special guests, Professor Adam and also Dr. Nur Hafiz. So today we will be diving into a hot topic in modern education. So how are you both feeling about being here today? I must say, having both of you here makes this discussion even more exciting because your expertise will help us uncover different perspectives on AI in education.
I'm feeling awesome today and thank you for having us. I am genuinely excited to be here today. It's always a pleasure to share ideas on education, especially when the topic is as relevant and impactful as AI. I believe this conversation will not only benefit teachers but also inspire students and policymakers to think differently about the future of learning.
That's wonderful to hear. And what about you, Dr. Hafiz? I'm curious to know how you're feeling, especially since this topic is so closely tied to your experience in higher education.
I'm doing well too. Thanks for asking me. It's been a busy few days, but being here feels refreshing and inspiring. I see this a great opportunity to reflect on how AI is shaping classroom, and I eager to share practical example from my own teaching journey that show how technology can truly support educator.
Great. I'm glad both of you are very energized. Let's move into our topic. So the big question is, should teachers in Malaysia rely on AI in classrooms? Okay, as we know, in this digital era, AI has become part of our daily lives, especially when searching for information. Okay, so while AI offers many benefits, it also has weakness if not used carefully. So, Professor Adam, could you start us off by sharing your thoughts on the advantages of AI for teachers? I think your perspective will help us set the stage for this discussion.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed. As you mentioned, AI is indeed useful for searching information. Before AI, the teachers had to spend hours looking through a book or article in online. That process was time consuming and often frustrating when resources were limited. With AI, however, information can be accessed quickly and tailored to a specific need, which saves teachers more valuable time. This efficiency means teachers can shift their focus from administrative tasks to more meaningful interaction with students, such as mentoring them to go through a hard, complex topic.
Exactly, Professor Adam. Sometimes the right books or articles aren't even available or they require payment. So AI can speed up the process by summarizing or analyzing and also providing relevant sources almost instantly. So this allows teachers to focus more on lesson planning and engaging with students. Okay, Dr. Hafiz, what's your perspective on this? Perhaps you can share how AI has helped in your own teaching practice.
I completely agree. AI reduce teachers' workload, especially in preparing teaching material. Many teachers already use AI tools to create worksheet, slide, and quizzes in a fraction of the time. This means they can dedicate more energy to grading students of repetitive tasks. In my experience, AI has allowed me to design lessons that are more interactive and engaging because I spend less time on preparing and more time thinking about how to connect with my students.
It's a great point, Dr. Hafiz. But how exactly can teachers use AI to design the best lesson? I am curious about the practical step teachers can take to make sure AI is not just saving time, but also improving the quality of their teaching.
That's a good question, Professor Adam. We choose an example apps, Notebook LM. Do you know about these AI apps? It's one of the tools that really show how AI can support teacher uh, in creating structure or effective lesson.
Yes, absolutely.
As my experience at years lecturer in Malaya University, Notebook LM is one of the best AI where it have many useful properties. For example, teachers can make presentation based on the topic we send to. Other than that, it can help teachers make notes and table for their lesson. Therefore, teachers just give a topic and prompt and it will generate all what we want. But remember, it's not perfect as human. After it generates, we can save and still can edit it based on our needs. And that does not take too much time. Just waiting and little editing and the teachers can teach their students for the best experience. In fact, this balance between automation and human creativity is what make AI truly valuable in education.
Okay, I strongly agree. So, Dr. Hafiz, are you saying teachers in Malaysia should rely on AI? I'd like to hear more about why you think it is essential in today's education landscape.
From my perspective, yes, AI is essential for teaching to survive is to today's education landscape. It's help them adapt to the fast changing demand of student and the curriculum. But perhaps Professor Adam has a different view, and I think it's important to hear both sides, and so we can understand a full of picture.
Thank you for giving me the floor, Dr. Hafiz. Dr. Hafiz, you said about teachers rely on AI. I see your point. There are many benefits of AI, especially for teachers in education. One of them is analyzing student performance data and making prediction on learning needs. Let's see a simple example. Mathematics teachers make a test on their 30 students and it combine 4 topics: addition, time, money, and fraction for 30 marks. In that test, 20 of them get 15 marks and above and 10 of them get below than 15. Using AI, teachers can see why 10 of them do not get 15 and above. As example, all of them not answering about fraction. Therefore, teachers can make a plan to keep their understanding about fraction for the next test. This kind of insight is something that would take hours to analyze manually, but AI can highlight it instantly, giving teachers a clear direction for improvement.
Wow. So AI are using in making a plan for next learning, right? That means teachers can actually design lesson that directly target the weaknesses of their student, which make learning more effective.
Yes, exactly. According to research from universities in Malaysia, shows that AI can analyze students' performance data and predict learning needs. Okay, like helping teachers intervene early for students at risk. Okay. This kind of data-driven approach transforms teaching from intuition-based to evidence-based. So AI can make more than one strategy that can teach teachers to do it to improve student knowledge and understanding. In other words, teachers are empowered with options and they can choose the strategy that best fits their classroom environment.
I deeply agree with you. AI can spread understanding student and not. Therefore, teachers can draw conclusion about where they must improve for next teaching section. With it, the teacher is not too afraid to find where to make their student become more understanding. It gives teachers confidence that their decision are backed by data, and this reduce stress while increasing the chance of student success.
So we have already seen how AI can save time and analyze students' performance. But let's explore further. Okay, Professor Adam, okay, could you share another advantage of AI for teachers?
Certainly, another advantage is accessibility. AI can provide resources in multiple formats, text, audio, or even interactive simulation. This helps students with different learning styles, including those with special needs. For example, visually impaired students can benefit from AI tools that convert text into speech, making lesson more inclusive.
I completely agree with the Professor Adam. Inclusivity is crucial. I'd also add collaboration as another advantage. AI platform can connect student and teacher across a different school or even country. This allow for knowledge sharing, group project, and exposure to deserve perspective. It made learning more global and interactive.
That's a thoughtful observation. Okay, but it also make me wonder, could there be a downside to this? Might AI, in some cases, harm students' learning or even reduce the role of teachers? Where's Adam?
May I start first?
Yes.
For me, the harm is not the technology itself, but the over-reliance on it. When we talk about students, they will absolutely want to finish their assignment and homework immediately without understanding what they learn. For example, mathematics subject, when they need to answer the hard question, they will not force their mind to think critically to solve them, but they open the ChatGPT and ask them. In this case, they can get the answer, but they did not understand why the answer came from. By this example, I can conclude that the student onward will experience erosion of critical thinking as they are over-reliant to AI.
Yes, I am totally agreeing with your points. It same goes to the essay in English. Okay, if they are asked to do essay homework, they will easily prompt it in ChatGPT and just copy and paste their task. So if they did this, they would lose the ability to think independently.
That's a great example. May I add my point?
Sure, you can start.
In my opinion, some teacher will over reliance on result made by AI. AI will give result based on what teacher give, like a result of test to find a weakness for students. Like the mathematics test that Prof. Adam mentioned, AI will give result of student understanding based on what it sees on paper. But what if some student did not have enough time to answer fraction because they stuck on money question even if they answer it correctly? If teachers just take all from AI without thinking about what more reason for it, they will waste their time on teaching fraction, but students do not know how to solve money problem.
I agree with you, Dr. Hafiz. Even if we get help from AI, we must think more about it based on what we got on a result from AI. It is because AI gives a result by what it sees, like wrong answer or blank space maybe. So the data that the teacher got is not a conclusion that happened to students like other problems that they had. So AI should suggest, teacher must decide. So we never let AI handle final grading without human oversight.
Exactly. Teachers are human beings too, and they have their own experience as a former student. Because of that experience, they understand how students feel when learning something difficult, and they know what strategy work best in real classroom situation. Teachers can observe student emotion, body language, and level of understanding, which help them adjust their teaching method immediately. If AI handled the teaching process entirely, some part of learning may not be fully clear or meaningful because AI works based on program data and logical pattern. It does not truly understand the emotional and social aspect of student. Teaching is not only about delivering content, but also about building motivation, confidence, and critical thinking. Therefore, with all due respect to technology, AI cannot fully replace human teachers in educational role.
I totally agree with you, Professor Adam. AI is made with not having feeling like human. It cannot feel empathy, moral guidance, and cultural context because it is programmed by computer. In education, not all students are from the same place. Some students from rich families and some students from poor families. This situation will affect their lesson. Therefore, as teachers, they must have empathy to make sure all students feel they get the same education.
I understand it. Okay, just like in the book of Generic of Healthy and Curriculum, the Minister of Education is committed to ensuring that every student receive equal and fair access to all activities in school, including study session in class, without any discrimination.
So, should AI or computer technology also be fair to students?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. According to John Dewey, okay, education should function as a democratic space where fairness and equal participation are essential. Okay, this implies that schools must avoid biasing decision making and instruction. Okay, if an AI or computer as a teacher, it will not be fair on certain places. Like students can have lessons because some of them have gadgets, while students can have it.
Oh, I see. I also want to add my point. Another concern is the weakening of teachers' authority. When students depend too heavily on AI, they might start to believe that the system always knows more than their teachers. This can create a mindset where students question the teacher's ability not because the teacher is wrong, but because they feel AI is more advanced or more accurate.
That's a great point. Okay, what do you think about the students' respect to the teachers?
I think this could reduce student respect for their teachers. They may become less willing to listen, less engaged in class discussion, and less responsive to teacher guidance.
Oh, okay.
Teachers are not just source of information. They are mentors, role model, and decision maker in the classroom. But if AI become the main source of answer, the teacher's voice may feel less important.
I see your point. Listening to your point just now really remind me of how things were when we were students back then. Whenever we didn't understand something, our first reference was always our teachers. Or sometimes our parents, we trusted them because they explained things with passion, with real example and with feeling. They knew us personally, which are our strength, our weakness, even our mood.
Yes, that's right. There was a sense of connection and respect. When a teacher taught us, we paid attention because we believe their guidance come from experience and genuine care. But now, with AI becoming more dominant, I worry that students might skip that human connection. Instead of asking their teachers or even talking to their parents, they might go straight to the system for answers. And this dangerous because AI cannot understand a student emotional needs, personal struggle, or learning style the way a human teachers can. When students stop valuing their teacher's role, the classroom dynamic become weaker and learning become less meaningful. So it's important that AI support teachers, not replace the trust and authority they hold.
Yes, but and honestly, it's a bit sad to think about. Okay, because those interactions were the moments that shaped us actually. So the device, the encouragement, the scoldings, all of it. Okay, if students start depending too much on AI, they might miss out on those valuable human experiences that build character, confidence, and also respect.
Yes, I strongly agree with you, Mr. Mohaimin. Okay,
Okay, moving on. When we talk about the impact of technology, we also can't ignore some of the worrying incidents that have happened recently involving students and teachers. Okay. With the rise of social media, smartphones, and instant access to information, we have seen cases where students challenge their teachers openly, record them without permission, or even spread videos online that can damage a teacher's reputation. When we discuss AI in modern tools, it is not just about learning efficiency. It's also about maintaining respect, safety, and also the healthy teacher-students relationship that has always been the foundation of education. Technology should empower learning, not break the trust between teacher and student. Okay, so when we look at all of these, the challenges, the risks, and the changing behaviors among students, it really makes us think about where the role of teachers is heading in this digital age. With that in mind, I would really like to hear the perspective from our first panelist, Professor Adam. What's your take on this issue? How do you view the impact of technology and AI on the respect and authority that teachers used to have?
thank you and honestly. I think this is very important issue. When we look at the impact of technology and AI today, we cannot deny that it has changed the behavior and mindset of many students. Some students now feel that whatever they find online or whatever AI tell them, it is the ultimate truth. Because of that, they sometimes question their teachers in a way that never happened before. But I believe the issue is not technology alone. It is how we manage and balance it. AI should support teachers, not replace them by authority. Students need to understand that teachers bring real experience, emotional understanding, and wisdom that AI can never provide. Teachers can read a student aspiration, their struggle, their motivation. AI cannot do that. So for me, technology and AI are not enemies, but if students don't learn to use them responsibly, then yes, the authority of teachers can be affected. We need to teach students that technology is a tool, not a replacement for a human guidance that teachers give.
Thank you, Professor Adam. I really appreciate your point that AI is not the enemy. I think that's a powerful reminder. Technology itself is not here to replace us. It's how we choose to use it that determine whether become a tool. Your statement state a very balanced foundation for this discussion.
Okay, that is a powerful reminder. Okay, Professor. We can allow technology to widen the gap between our students. Okay, education must remain a tool for equality, not a division. Okay, but since many of our listeners today are teachers, school leaders, and also even parents, let us move beyond theory. Let us be practical. Okay, Dr. Hafiz, if a teacher in Malaysia walks into school tomorrow, what are the first responsible steps they can take to implement AI properly?
Thank you, Mr. Mohaimin. I would like to expand this to two structure pillars instead of four. First, human in the loop's responsibility. AI must remain an assistant, never the final authority. For example, if AI suggests a grade for an essay, the teacher must give a review for the reasoning. If AI flag a student as weak based on performance pattern, the teacher must verify the interpretation. Algorithm detect pattern, but teachers understand context.
What does that mean, Dr. Hafiz?
A student may perform poorly not because of ability, but because of emotional struggle, family challenges, or language barriers. AI cannot interpret that fully. For second, ethical and safe usage. Teachers must avoid uploading student names, IC number, or confidential school data into public AI platform. Schools should use approved system with data protection policy aligned with Malaysia regulation. Responsibly, AI with protection children privacy.
Okay, wow. In mathematics, how it could be, Professor Adam?
Imagine teaching integration. Instead of only drawing static graph on the board, AI tool can generate interactive visualization where students see the area under the curve, dynamically changing this transform understanding. For probability, students can simulate thousands of coin tosses instantly. They can observe how theoretical probability approach experimental probability over time. That experience build intuition, not just memorization.
That sound good, Professor Adam.
But here is something important. AI should never remove the thinking process. Teacher can ask students to predict results before running simulation. The goal is to strengthen reasoning, not shortcut it.
Oh, it's a crucial point. Okay, AI must enhance cognitive engagement, not weaken it. Okay, let me raise another concern, which is academic honesty. Many teachers worry that students may use AI to complete homework entirely. How should schools address that, Dr. Hafiz?
That concern is valid. We must redesign assessment strategy. If homework only require factual answer, student can easily outsource it to AI. Instead, teachers can include first, personal reflection, second, real life observation, classroom discussion, and last, oral presentation.
Oh, okay.
That's a great point, Dr. Hafiz. But how we can apply it?
That's a good question, Professor Adam. For example, instead of asking, explain the Pythagoras theorem.
Okay.
Teachers can ask students to measure object at home and present how they apply the theorem in real life. AI can assist, but it cannot physically measure their staircase. Additionally, school should educate students about academic integrity. AI is a tool, not replace for effort.
Yeah, that leads to my final recommendation, which is inclusivity and equity. Okay, the ministry and school leaders must ensure that AI tools are accessible via school labs and shared device. Okay, we cannot have a situation where only those with the latest iPhones get experience personalized learning. Responsible use means AI must be a bridge to close the gap, not a wall that makes it bigger.
I agree with you. Alright, I believe this could be our final point for today. My main message is this. We urgently need AI literacy for teachers. We cannot expect teachers to lead students into the future if they themselves are not confident and well trained in using those tools responsibly.
Your message is deeply, Adam. Based on what you say, what is happening?
Continuous professional development workshop on prompt engineering, AI ethics, data privacy, and critical evaluation of AI output should be constructed and mandatory for every educator in the country. Teacher must understand not only how to use AI but also its limitation, risk, and bias. When teachers are empowered, they can guide students to become critical thinker, not passive user of technology.
Okay, thank you for giving a strong and well constructed statement for today. Okay, before we move toward a conclusion, I would like each of you to reflect on one deeper philosophical question. Okay, what makes human teachers irreplaceable? Can I draw a conclusion first?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, after we hear all the points, AI is very useful in education, but it must have limits on it. Okay, it can be an assistant who does not replace the teacher's job. If in modern era of Malaysia education use AI as teacher, I think it will break future generation because not all will take it serious because of AI does not have any feeling to teach the student. Okay, AI process information through algorithm, but teachers are guided through wisdom and lived experience. Human teachers adapt instantly to emotional cues. They adjust the tone, they offer encouragement, they mediate conflicts, but AI does not model moral behavior. Education is fundamentally related. That's my opinion. What about Professor Adam?
Personally, I agree with Mr. Mohaimin said about AI does not feel about teaching. Teaching was not only a lesson about science or mathematics, but teaching combined moral and life. AI will help teach theory, but it cannot teach about how to be kind in the real world. Teaching is not only about delivering content. A teacher notices when a student is unusually quiet. A teacher senses when someone is losing confidence. A teacher motivates, correct gently, and inspire. AI does not understand fear before exam. It does not celebrate improvement with guidance, pride. Education shapes character. It builds empathy, discipline, and resilience. AI can support instruction, but it cannot mentor the soul. Even AI will improve their property, but it still cannot replace human as teacher. That's all for me.
Thank you, Adam, for a good conclusion. Okay, does Dr. Hafiz want to add something, maybe?
Yes, of course. In conclusion, AI should not replace teachers, but it can serve as a powerful tools to enhance teaching and learning. While AI process data based on algorithm rather than human experience and emotion, it can still support educators to personalize learning and data-driven insight. After hearing all perspective, we can conclude that AI in Malaysian education is not great if managed wisely. It is a tool for personalization, visualization, and efficiently. It can reduce administrative workload and gives teachers more time for meaningful interaction, but limit malassist. AI must not replace professional judgment. AI must not widen inequality. AI must not regulate integrity. AI must not remove humanity from learning. If we approach AI with wisdom, Malaysia can build an education system that is modern yet grounded in value. The future classroom may include smart system and digital assistant, but at the center of it all, there must still be a teacher, because technology can calculate, technology can generate, technology can simulate, but only human can inspire.
Alhamdulillah, we have reached at the end of our discussion today. We hope this podcast has provided a balanced perspective on the role of AI in education and highlighted the importance of using technology responsibly. As we wrap up for today, let's end with tasbih kafarah and salawat. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.